see the volume right there.
Well, they were in Queens. They probably were at a shoestring or something.
You should hear it. See, this is very good. So we don't got
Borough was the flyest borough.
Right here.
Oh,
It's the same shit.
Okay.
Borough was the flyest borough.
I'll go to fly.
Ready?
Yeah, ready?
Come on.
Running laps, yeah, running laps around you niggas, man. Yeah, come on, right, dog. Yeah, system undefeated, terrain rough, best believe it. I lived it, walked it, I breathe it. That's some shit you can't compete with. Grew up on the rough side, a juvenile delinquent.
You know, and he know what to do, lighten it up and everything when it's done. Welcome to another episode of L.A.P.S, Life After the Prison System. I am your host, Jay. My next guest, Jersey City, right?
Yes, Jersey City.
Jersey City. I had him previously when I was doing another one, but this is L.A.P.S Reloaded. So we're going to do it all over again just in case you missed his interview, and I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Go by Khalil. I ain't gonna really use no street name. I'm from Jersey City, 29 years old. Instagram, Khase Khemwy .25. I'm an urban youth advocate, and I'm everything for the betterment of the trenches and the youth inside the trenches.
Right.
That's who I am.
Okay. So tell us about Khalil growing up.
What age you looking at? Just me, period?
Just period, growing up.
Let's see, I'm gonna start from, I don't know, I'm gonna say I grew up, I got a mother and a father.
Okay.
So I grew up with everything I needed. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I grew up with everything I needed.
Right.
It's not, I had all new Jordans, new bikes every year, always had food on the table, house to stay at, but the environment I lived in, you feel me? Well, others that didn't have that led me to kind of be, in a sense, it's like I shared that kind of connection with them, just that environment, yeah, it wasn't bad or anything, just a regular street life,
Yeah. And that's what caused you, like you said, because I'm glad you said that though, because a lot of people, they think kids that come from two-parent homes can't be in the street.
Nah, see, and it's crazy. I didn't live with my mother and my father together.
Right.
But I had both parents.
But you have both active parents, right?
But I ain't even gonna hold you for like me growing up. I feel like regardless of what, even if you got two parents in your house, it's just like the majority of what's going on in your community is gonna have a big effect on you. You feel me?
Right.
And when you look at it, our parents are a part of the community too.
Right.
You feel me? So they listening to the same rap music, they watching the same hood movies and all of that. So it's like that's what's in you already. You feel me? You see it from as a child. So all the stuff that you indulge in is gonna make you what you are, no matter what parents you grow up with. What's the majority around you?
Right.
That's what's gonna make you. You feel me?
Right. So siblings?
Yeah, I got 5 brothers and 2 sisters.
5 brothers, 2
Yeah,
sisters?
5 brothers, 2 sisters.
Where you fall at and line around?
I'm like the middle because I got an older brother. I got 2 older brothers. They 32.
Okay.
I got a brother. He should be like I think 30 or 31.
Okay.
And then me, I'm 29. My little brother, he's 25. No, 26.
Okay.
And then I had 2 little sisters. They both like 21.
Okay.
And then I have a little brother. He's 17 or 16.
So you right in.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right. So with all that, how old was you when your first interaction with the law?
Interaction as far as what? Like incarceration wise or just
Like little youth
interaction?
house or interact? You can start from interaction.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even remember my first interaction with police because I feel like, as children, we automatically grow up hating the police.
Yeah.
So when you 6, 7, 5 years old, they ride by, you stick your middle fingers up at them. You feel me? And it's just small stuff like that. Or they might come into your neighborhood, whatever. They might be locking somebody up. You just yelling at them. You might be screaming, "Fuck you," or whatever. Just call them a pig or whatever. But my first time being like incarcerated, I was when I was 15, and I got locked up for a robbery that I really didn't do though.
Okay.
Feel me? And I just happened to be walking behind the guy, and somebody snatched his iPod Touch from him. This around that era.
Oh,
But when he turned around, he only seen me. But I didn't even have nothing to do with the guy, nothing, you feel me?
Okay.
And then he turned around, he see me, he was like a white kid, so he turned around, he seen the black kid that was there.
Right.
And he just, you feel me, just start going off, like, yo, get my iPod back. And I just told him, like, bro, get out my face if I beat you up. Feel me? So now when the child was at school, I was in high school, I was just sitting on the corner because we used to go out for lunch. And I'm sitting there, police pull up on me with him in the car, and he pointing at me. Feel me? But I'm laughing though, because when they jump out the car, I know I didn't steal your iPod. So I'm thinking I'm good.
Right.
But when they jump out, they locked me up. They threw me in the cuffs, and they put me in the back of the car. I'm laughing, but they took me to the youth house. I did 6 days in the youth house. You feel me? For something that I didn't do. That was the start of my life of going to jail.
Right. Man, 15, you said 6 days for something you didn't do.
Something I didn't do.
How'd you feel?
When I first got into the youth house, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was crying, you feel me? Cause it's like, it's different. It's like, this the first time that you actually not being able to, like, I'm gonna say it's the first time you ever being like really violated, you feel me? Because when you get in there, they gonna tell you you gotta strip, take off your clothes, and they gonna give you a jumper. See, I was in, what county? It might have been Secaucus Youth House, and that's where we used to go from Jersey City.
That's still Hudson? Or no?
I think it might be Hudson. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So what they did was, they used to have pink socks in there, and pink tighty whities. You feel me? You get a red t-shirt, and I forgot what color was the jumper, you feel me? But so when you go in there, they telling you, yo, just put that on. You gotta take your clothes off, put on pink socks,
And
pink
red,
boxes,
pink
and a
drawers.
red t-shirt.
And a red shirt.
Feel me? So that right there, I was like, damn. Feel me? So then you just get into, you walk into the unit, feel me? Everybody banging on the walls or whatever. It's like, of course you're nervous. I ain't gonna say scared, but you're nervous because it's the unknown, you feel me?
Right.
We never been able to see people banging on the doors. So now when they go to put me in the cell and then they lock the door, you feel me? And they were just like, damn, I can't even go nowhere.
Right.
And you thought you ain't got no bunkies and none of that, you feel me?
Right.
So you just like, damn.
So like, all right, 6 days, we'll come get your mom, pops.
Yeah, I had copped out to probation. I think it was like a year probation.
Even with no proof.
Yeah, no proof. I had to cop out to a year probation. They wanted me to write an apology letter. I don't know if I ever wrote that. I ain't gonna lie. I probably had to get out of jail, you feel me? So 9 times out of 10 I probably did it. And then I had to pay like $155.
The
Yeah,
replacement.
and I only remember that now because I'm looking at all my judgment and convictions, you feel me? And it got that up there, like that's what I had to pay and I had to write the apology letter. But that's why I said I don't know why I wrote that, but that's what it said. So 9 times out of 10, I probably wrote that, you heard?
Right. So did you ever catch dude that actually did it? You ever?
Nah, I knew him.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it's like, damn, but I wasn't with him though.
Okay.
I just know him, you feel me? And it just was like, damn. And I had to kind of just eat that on the chin, you feel me?
First time of like,
Yeah.
no snitching type of shit, huh?
Yeah.
Right. And so, all right, 6 days. And how, like, getting out, how'd you feel? Because you know, sometimes it's that when we in the hood, it's almost like that badge of honor, like we earned a stripe or some shit.
So when I got out, the first thing I did was I tried to go back to the school, but they told me I couldn't come back. You feel me? So, and I ain't gonna hold you. I get that part. I ain't gonna say I don't get it because before that I was going to East Orange Campus High.
Okay.
I was going to East Orange Campus 9, and I was going to like Hosted, which is an alternative school for high school in East Orange.
I got sent to
And
Hosted.
I was and I kept already getting kicked out. I just wasn't going to school, and it was mad nonsense. So when I finally moved back to Jersey City, because my mother moved me from Jersey City to East Orange, trying to keep me out of trouble, but I still kept finding my way back over there.
Right.
So they kicked me out. They was just like, bro, you don't have no grades. You ain't do nothing here. You feel me? We don't want you back. But now it's to the point where as though I'm in the house, every morning I'm come out, because like every morning I'll come out, I'm going up to the school just to chill in front of there before everybody go in. My projects is like around the corner. Then I'll go to my projects, chill. Then when they got lunchtime, we come out for lunch. So I'll go back up there, chill for a little bit, then lunchtime. And then after that, I'll go back up there at the school. And then the homies get out and then we just walk back down the project.
Jersey City.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it just got to the point where school was over for me. In the 9th grade, I stopped going to school.
Okay.
But when I definitely got out though, it's definitely like you, him, everybody like, damn, welcome home. You feel me? Even though you did 6 days a lot of people ain't never been to jail when you're 15, you feel me? So all the women and all the men, it's just like, damn, you him.
Right, right. But for 6 days.
Yeah, for 6 days. That 6 days was long though.
I know, man. Trust me, I know, right? But but like, alright, so 15, you do all that, and you said you just stopped. That was it for school.
Yeah, it was over for school.
And what, like, so I never, like, I cut here and there, but what do you do all day, like, not going to school?
You wake up, you go to the hood,
Right.
see if anybody in the hood, might be one person, two persons. Y'all might just chill in the building, some from the projects, so we just probably just chill in the building.
Right.
Or you find somebody who mother that really don't be king though in the hood, you always got that mother.
And
She just let her son do whatever he want. So now we probably going to his house at 15, go over there, whatever, you might smoke or whatever, you just there all day until school over. You feel me? Or you might have your mans, he might be older than you, he might be 20, 25, y'all look up to him, you feel me?
Yeah.
Y'all at his house.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead. It'll get edited out. So
As I said, do you want to re-ask the question and then you just go?
yeah, so like after that, what was your interaction with the law?
So my next interaction, I was 16. Oh yeah, I was 16.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy. I was with my brother,
Okay.
and we was about to go to a block party,
Okay.
and I wound up getting locked up for a gun. For me, some nonsense happened. Police, they rolled up on me. Whatever. I tried to run from them. Me and my brother. I tried to make it down my projects. They hit me with their car, and then when I fell,
They
I had
hit
a
you
gun in
with
my
the
pocket.
car.
I was on the bike.
Oh, on the bike.
Yeah,
okay.
so I guess I was getting away from them.
Mhm.
They hit me. I fell, whatever. I had a gun on my waist, where it was in my pocket. I had a gun in my pocket. And then from there, my first time, that's when I went and did a bid. I went and did 32 months.
32 months off the gun.
Cause I was in the youth house probably for like, I don't know, was it like?
Now you said you were still 15?
I was 16.
16, okay.
Yeah, I was 16.
Right.
And I was in the youth house, me and my brother together.
Okay.
So mind you, I already had probation. I think it was 18 months probation.
Already?
Yeah.
From 15?
Yeah, 18.
Now 16,
Yeah.
you catch on
And
the
I was
street.
really on a run from probation. Cause I ain't going to probation, you feel me?
Right, right.
And then around that time, you couldn't even smoke weed. I don't smoke weed no more. Back then, I was a heavy weed smoker,
Right,
you feel me?
right.
So you couldn't smoke weed on parole at that time. On me probation.
Right.
So when I got locked up, it was a violation of probation, and then I also got caught with the gun.
Okay.
You feel me? So as I was going to court, sooner or later they just they came up with an offer of I'll take 3 years and they'll release my brother. You feel me?
Okay.
So I wound up taking the 3 years. I think it was 18 months for the gun and then 18 months for the violation of probation, but it was consecutive. You feel me?
Okay, yeah.
And then that's how I wound up getting 3 years. I went down to Jamesburg.
For 16, 3 years of the bird, like
I did 32 months.
32 months, right,
Yeah.
right. So what's like 16 and they sending you to like youth gladiator school in a sense, right? It's like a youth gladiator school. What goes through your mind at 16 and telling you got 3 years?
Oh yeah, I ain't even gonna lie to you, I was devastated. I can't say how I actually felt, right? Because I still knew that, like, regardless of what, like, even like in the inside, you might feel afraid or whatever, you feel me? But people out there praise you for, you feel me, going to jail and all that. So at one point, when I was in the youth house, I had internet access.
Okay.
Somehow I found a way to get on the computer and type in something, and I was able to get on like this little server. And I used to be on Facebook, so I used to be in jail posting Facebook statuses. So when you post, people still showing you mad love. But when all of that's over, you back in the jail, and it's just like, damn.
So what do you post on the book?
I don't even know.
Like what?
Just a status, like just anything, like in here with bro, he blowing my shit. I don't know. You just saying anything, you feel me? Because that's just the key in your mind.
Right.
Yeah. So the most that I would be able to do is go back to my Facebook and look at the post. But from memory, I won't be able to remember that.
Okay.
But then when I finally got down there, it was like when I finally got out that car and it was like, I had the shackles and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So walking inside like the building, it just seemed weird. Everything is just like tan because the youth house I don't think the youth house was like tan. I think it had more color to it.
Right.
But to go in there, it was like everything was tan and white.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So then when I first get in there, they telling me like, yo, strip naked. Now this is different. This strip naked is get all the way naked and go in that shower. You feel me?
Right. Right.
So I had to do that, which was it was crazy. You feel me? And at the time I'm 16, so I'm little. So by the time I finally get out, they tell me, yo, take these little chiclette out the thong flippers. Yeah, give me those and a jumper. You feel me? So I'm just like, damn, I'm just walking around. And so I had to go see a medical lady. You gotta get all of this. Then you gotta go see like mental health people and all of this. So it was weird that they just give you food.
Right.
With the youth house, like they showed you love. I don't know. But when you went to prison, it's just like they just take this tray.
Right.
This tray, I've been sitting here probably 2-3 hours and take that and something to eat.
Right.
Go to your cell. You just walk in, you got no deodorant, you ain't got nothing. And then they just close the door and you just looking like, damn. You feel me?
Right.
But somehow, and I know this for a fact though, I know that I was walking around the room, probably just like hyping myself up, like, damn, I'm downstate, you feel me? Because that's what's praised in the hood. Even though I'll probably look goofy.
Right.
In the hood, that's what we praise, you feel me?
Yeah, absolutely. It's you, like, again, I always called it the black bar mitzvah, right? It's like coming to age, like the manhood or something.
Mm-hmm.
You looked at very differently. Oh shit, you did a bad word, my nigga. Or like, I know when I was coming up, they used to be like, yo, you went down, or they'd be like, oh, I was out of state, I was down south, or some shit like that, but everybody knew, you know what I'm saying, where they was at and everything. Like you said, that's just a young, impressionable mind, man, that environment, like you said, that we grow up in, that we praise. When you think about it, craziness.
And it's crazy too, because that environment is what really turn you into a beast, you feel me? Because, like, don't get me wrong, at that point I would have fought anybody, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was like nervous when I get into fights and all of that. But over time, by the time I left there, no exaggeration, I had at least, I used to remember the record, but I had at least like 70 fights, you feel me?
70.
Because at this point I was littler than a lot of people.
70.
Yeah, probably more than at this point, because I was little, so I had people want to fight me just because.
Because you smoke.
You feel me?
Right,
so and so it's just like, and I used to play a lot too, so that gave me into a lot of nonsense, you feel me?
Right.
So I'm getting on fights where I just probably cracking on people. It's one time, I remember I got into my first fight over, I was sitting close to a window, right? And I got the window open, because in the youth house, you ain't got no windows and none of that. You feel me? You don't go to the yard. So when I get down, just sitting there with the window open, somebody woke up to me like, yo, bro, close that window. I'm looking at him like, man, you bugging, bro, get out of here. He like, well, we gotta get right. I'm thinking, I'm in my head like, damn, we gotta get right over the window open. You feel me? But I know that I can't tuck my tail, you feel me? And then this is when I started to realize, like, in prison, cities kind of stick together, because when he told me we had to fight somebody from Jersey City, I don't know, but told his man, like, well, we gotta get right too, but I don't even know him, you feel me? And I ain't gonna hold you, I don't even really want to fight over this, you feel me? But it's like, I got no choice but to fight you.
You got right, and you from the town, so it's like, and you from what projects you was from again?
I'm from Marion.
Marion. Okay, I know day one. Yeah. I know day one, my God. So you have to defend just your honor, regardless of what.
I'm originally from Van Wagon, but I kind of, you feel me?
Gotcha.
It's like we right around the corner from each other, so we all run together.
Got you. Yeah, so it's, man, so I understand it, and like you said, and I've heard them stories that when you go down, your town stick together. Then depending on where you at, everybody from up north stick together, and everybody down south.
Yeah, see, that's how it is in the
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So and all them cars and everything. So you 70 damn fights in the course of 3 years, less than 3 years, and okay, you come home with you 19.
I was 18, about to be 19, but I came home.
19,
Came home like February.
Okay.
And then my birthday in May.
Okay. May what?
May 30th.
Oh, okay. What's that? Gemini?
Gemini, the greatest sign there is.
I'm May 3rd, so it's actually. But alright, so you 18, about to be 19, and you come home. Did you get the hero's welcome coming home like everybody else getting a sense?
I ain't gonna say far as like when it comes to like money and all that, nah, you feel me? We kids, so when you come out, the most you probably getting is you lit. You take a picture, you post it, you lit. You
My
feel
boy
me?
home.
Yeah. So it's like the females looking for you, or you know, your mans, and they just hyped up. The most they might do is get a bottle. What's up? What you doing? You feel me? Yeah, something like that. But
That was it.
yeah, you don't really get none of that.
Alright, so you home. How long are you home now? When you get in trouble again?
About like 20 days.
20 days. You didn't even make a month.
Nah. Say it was like 20, yeah, probably like 22. I got caught with a gun.
Again.
Again.
Second gun charge.
That's my second gun charge.
Okay.
But yeah, nah. Long story short, I wound up. I guess police see me in the area that I was supposed to be in. Long story short, I was with my man too. Police ran down on us. Yeah, and I took off when they pulled up. Feel me? And then, long story short, they wound up catching me with a gun. But it's crazy because, and I'm trying to think
I'm going
of.
to cut you. I think the camera gonna pick up the squeaking.
Oh, the squeaking?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I wound up, and it's crazy. I wound up getting off on them. Even when I ran, whatever, I threw the gun, and then when they locked me up, long story short, what they did was when my stepmother, my little brother came in, the officer, I guess he had the gun in his hand, and he cocked it back. He told my little brother, "Don't be like your older brother." So around this time, my little brother probably had to be probably like 6 or somewhere like 6 to 8.
Cocks the hammer and tell your brother, don't be like you. The nerve of motherfuckers.
Yeah. No, that's a fact. So now, even from that, was how I was able to. It's crazy I was able to beat it.
Yeah.
Because they ran fingerprint ballistics.
Okay.
So long story short, my prints was never on a weapon.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I wound up going to court, whatever. I got 364 with a year probation, but I was already locked up for
So now, even though your prints wasn't on it, what they give you 364 for?
I copped out to it because I was already incarcerated for a whole different crime. You feel me?
Okay.
So it just ran concurrent.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, but I was locked up for I was locked up for probably like 10 days anyway, probably like a week, 2 weeks, and I bailed out because around the time we had bail, I bailed out, then I was back home.
And then that's when you caught. How long? Because you caught another one after that, right?
Yeah.
And what was this?
I was home for maybe 40 days.
40.
Probably like 40 something days. And I got locked up for 2 attempted murders.
Okay.
And then another gun.
Another gun charge. So did they hit you with trigger lock or?
Oh, I actually, it got dismissed. You feel me? Yeah, it got dismissed.
Because by then, the feds were supposed to pick it up, right?
I know, because I think they be saying that, but I don't really believe that. My first one was a juvenile.
Okay,
And my second one I still was fighting.
Got you. Okay.
And then the 2 attempts and the other gun, yeah, it got dismissed.
Right. So the 2 attempts, that's what you got convicted of?
Nah, I got dismissed. I got dismissed all charges.
That case got dismissed.
Yeah. Well, they dropped the 2 attempted murders, and my right hand man, because I think he copped out to 2. I think he copped out to 2 guns, and then he went downstate.
Okay.
But I was released.
Okay, he ate the charge. Okay. And 40 days, and after that.
Yeah, I did 16 months off of that.
Okay.
Fighting
you
the
did
case.
16 months fighting the case.
Yeah, the county.
Okay.
16 months fighting the case. And then when I finally got home, I was home for maybe 58 days, 57 days.
And by this time, how old are you?
I'm 20.
20 years
Yeah,
old.
because I'm only doing,
So basically from 15 to 20, you behind the wall.
Yeah. So now is when I was 20, that's when I really it was over, because after doing the 16 months for the 2 attempted murders, I came back home and I was home for 50, 57 days, 58 days, and then I got locked up for murder.
Okay.
So now is that time where I'm saying I got sentenced to 10 to 85.
Okay.
So I did 8.5 years. By the time I came home, I was 28. So now I've been home for 7 months now, 6 months, 7 months now. Now I'm 29. Came home like 18 days before my birthday.
So you said you copped out and they gave you 10 with an 85.
And I got a co-defendant. We both got 10 with 85.
Okay, you ain't no trial, no nothing, just
Nah. And I wound up, cause it's crazy because in cities like over here, when they be locking people up for like murders and all that, they don't be having murder weapons. They don't be having murder clothes. They just be having statements. Whereas though like somewhere down south, they try to get actual evidence. And this is why people be getting all that time down there. And now this is why when you come to the cities, people was getting 6, 7, 8 years for murders. You feel me? So, yeah, I ain't never get locked up with nothing. They locked me up off of 2 statements.
2 statements.
Yeah.
Okay.
They locked me up off of 2 statements. And that was it. And it's crazy because the first statement that they ever took in my case, a person said the dude that did it had a ski mask on, but they never gave me that statement until 2.5 years later. So they didn't give it to me till right before I signed my trial papers.
Okay.
But they did something sketchy anyway because I had an attorney and he was sketchy, you feel me?
Paid or
Nah, at this point I ain't have a paid lawyer.
Okay.
And he was moving sketchy, you feel me?
Right.
So he tried to tell me like right before I signed the trial paper, like, yeah, I got some new evidence. And I'm like, yo, send it to me. And he like, nah, I ain't really nothing, man. I'm like, nah, but send it to me, you feel me? So he like, nah, I ain't really about none. But every time he get up in court to say he represented me, he just get up and then sit back down. So as they were trying to like, as we was going through the motions of what they could use in trial, he wasn't never objecting. But my co-defendant at the time, he had a
lawyer.
He didn't have a lawyer, but he had a public defender.
Right.
But he was a kid. I was 20. He was 16. So you feel me? At the end of the day, she
working.
Yeah. So now she's objecting to everything. You feel me? But mind you, I just had his lawyer that he got. I had her. Well, public defender. I had her for a previous case, and then I got rid of her because she was in the way. You feel me? But she really was kicking.
She was really working.
So he was never objecting to anything, so they trying to put like pictures in there, so things that could devalue my character. You feel me?
Yeah.
But they only got no evidence. They just trying to use pictures and all of that. So he ain't never saying nothing. So one day we sit in the back room, right? And my offer was 25. I told him I ain't taking that. And then he come back to me and said, yo, they offer you 18 years. I said, bro, I just told you I'm not taking that. Why you going in there and negotiating? We're going to trial. You feel me?
Right.
So he said to me, he like, yo, how? He said something about to get lower time, right? But then I'm looking at him and he said if I was to cooperate, right? But I know right? And it's crazy because I know this is impossible, right? I know y'all not asking. I know y'all really want me. First, my co-defendant, he's 16 years old. I just left this courtroom for a previous gun charge, 2 attempted murders, and now I'm murdered. Right. There's no way y'all talking about me. Yeah. Right. So now as I started to realize, as time goes on though, it was the feds. They wound up like sweeping my hood 3 different times, you feel me? But I knew it had to be something of that nature. But when he did that, like you want to testify, cooperate, it automatically threw me off, you feel me? So now that's when I went and got a paid attorney. Right. So now once I got a paid attorney, me and him have a conversation, and he like, what would you take? I'm telling him, I'm like, man, I'll take like a 7 or something, you feel me? But I was telling him like, anything low. So he come to me, he said, yo, like they off. No, he said to me, yo, I got something even better for you, right? So he called me back upstairs. My co-defendant ain't at court with me this time because it's me meeting my new lawyer. I go to court, I get dismissed on a murder charge. It was mind-blowing. I feel like a movie. I got dismissed on a murder charge, but I still was on bail for the gun charge that I was fighting. So when he go in there, he asking for me to be released, whatever. So the judge didn't want to release me and said, give it to Monday. Right? So now when they dismissed me on the murder charges, that same night, they came back and recharged me with the same charges. You feel me? They're crazy. So now as I'm going to court, I probably should have got him, but I really didn't get him. But as I'm going to court, they keep taking me to the back. They keep taking me to the back room, every time I come to court. So he asked me like, yo, would I take a 10? Right? So I'm looking at 10 years. I got probably like 3 years in. Right. I asked him, I said, what's my co-defendant lawyer? So he kind of telling me like, yo, I'm not here for your co-defendant. But I'm telling him like, bro, I ain't taking nothing. My bro don't get nothing. You feel me? Right. So he like, what would you want? I said, I'll take a 7, he'll take a 10. Mind you, we had both. Somebody else told on me, right? One person told on both of us, but somebody else told on him that's close to him. Okay. Whereas though he was not going to be trial, you feel me? Okay. So
Okay.
The people that told on me I would have been good if I went to trial. He wouldn't have been good, you feel me? So now when the lawyer, he asked me what he take, I said he take a 10, I take a 7. So he comes back to me. My lawyer like, yo, he like, I got that 10 for your co-defendant.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, alright. He said, but the catch is they want you to take 10 too.
They want you to take that.
I'm devastated. I don't want to take no 10, you feel me? But, and that's why I say, I'm grateful to have a father, you feel me? Because my father told me, like, bro, you taking that 10, you feel me?
Oh, he told you.
Yeah. Because he looking at it like, bro, you taking that 10.
Proud.
Yeah. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, at the time, I'm 23.
Right.
So you talking about a whole nother 5.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking like 5.5 years is long as time. But my father, older man, know like, man, go ahead, eat that 5.5, man. You'll still be back out here when you're young.
You'll still be young, but in your mind, it just sound like 10 years sound like forever.
Yeah.
I remember when, like, hearing my peoples back in like 9'5", 9'6", getting 25 and 27, and you like, God,
Yeah.
like it sounds forever,
Yeah.
right? So even you early 20s, something like 10 years sounds like an eternity for you.
No, that's a fact. And that's how I say my co-defendant too. That's really my brother because I'm telling him like, yo, what you want to do? He just like, I'm doing whatever you doing, you feel me?
Right.
But I started to look at it like, you know, it's me being older than him. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
we gotta get that get back, you feel me?
Right.
So it's like, yeah, we ate the 5.5, we both took 10 to 85.
Okay.
We got locked up like 3 days apart, so wasn't
Oh, okay. And you said he was what, 16?
He was 16.
So they charged him as an adult.
Yeah, they charged him as an adult.
Where they ship you to?
I'm saying, but I think we had 3 years in, so we both went to Yardville.
Oh, yeah, both of y'all went to the Ville. Okay. So what's that like? Now you like in the big house, like you and Big Boy. You know what I'm saying?
I think by then I was already ready for it.
He was
It's
already.
not like I was a kid. I'd have been locked up my whole life.
Well,
So
at
I'd
that
have been
point,
16
right.
months in jail, and then I did the
Yeah.
32 months and the 16 months. By the time I did that 32 months, I was already satisfied. I was already
You were
prepared for jail.
conditioned almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then when I did the 16 months, it's kind of like I mastered jail.
Right.
And since I knew that when I come across certain people, I gotta beat them up.
Right.
You feel me? I knew not to let nobody disrespect me. I knew this, I knew that. So it was like, sad to say, it's like I was a master of it.
Yeah.
So by the time I went to prison, it was already normal. I already knew that. Once you get down there, make sure you get your own phone. You feel me? Don't let nobody tell you not getting on the phone. You know, just certain stuff like
Rules
that.
and guidelines.
Yeah.
The politics of the prison. Right. So, what's some of the craziest things you probably seen?
In prison?
Yeah. Like, you know, you hear horror stories all the time. And again, this is for you're still young, but this is for like, say them kids that started out or trying to start out at that age you started out at, or your code D 16 getting waved up as an adult at 16 fucking years old. Like, even that young with, like, you seeing crazy.
So I guess I'm gonna start off with scene. I feel like I was by the time doing that 16 months, I got into a lot of fights.
Okay.
So I was always in lockup.
Okay.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So being in lockup, I met a lot of crazy people, right? But somehow me and these crazy people clicked.
Right.
And like I seen, and it's crazy. I think the first thing I ever seen was walking past a cell, right? And I seen a man hang himself. You feel me? And not even like from on the roof. It's like he found a way because the bunk beds is like probably this high. He found a way to put whatever he had to put up there to hang himself, and he would just
And you walked
just
past.
this. You know, it's a whole unit. We all walking by. Once you hear like, yo, this old boy in that cell hung it up. Yo, everybody walking by trying to see what's going on. You feel me?
Right.
So
Did it have an effect on you?
I would say probably nah.
Nah.
You feel me? Now I think as I got older and I understand like the wiring of brains and stuff like that. Yeah, now I understand that certain things like that normalize the things for me. You feel me?
Yeah. Crazy the shit we normalize and we're desensitized to.
Yeah.
Growing up, where gunshots that it don't affect the average kid, right? You know, you see movies where they, you know, tucking it, but
Mm-hmm.
realistically, a lot of people in the hood is just like,
Yeah.
right? You'll look to see which direction it came from. It'll be that quick.
Yeah.
That
They over there wilding again, man.
That sound like a full
Yeah.
forward. That sound like a,
That's a fact.
right? That's the shit we become desensitized to, which is crazy, man. So down there, you know, you on what you say, 5? Like you've been down there 3 already, so you like 5.5 left.
Yeah, I was in the county for 3 and then I had to do
And
5.5.
then 5.5.
I was down in
So-
Yardville for like a year. Then I'm in Northern State. So I did the rest of my bed.
Northern was, what was that, gang unit? Northern?
Nah, I'm saying the whole prison, you feel me?
Yeah.
So,
oh, right, they turned that shit at
yeah,
one point.
it's
Was
a
the whole
whole-
prison
yeah.
was gang, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I heard that. I don't know for a fact though.
Right.
But the worst thing right now you probably see is the drug epidemic. You right? It's like everybody is high. You feel me?
That K2.
Yeah. And it's like to the point, and you might as well say it's not even K2. I don't even know what it is because it's like you got people really skitzing out. You feel me? People running whatever they seeing demons, and you feel me? You got people actually raping each other off drugs. You feel me? So you coming across stabbings. People might whatever. You feel me? But like I said, though, it's the drugs. So it's a lot of people just trying to I guess run from their time or whatever.
Right.
And then you also had the Suboxone line. You feel me? You know what that is? The Suboxone. So it's like, it's
Well,
sad.
explain to the people, like, if somebody don't know.
I guess I'm gonna say the Suboxone, in my opinion, is the Suboxone is for people that's supposed to be like winding down off of dope and all of that. You feel me?
Yeah.
But the sad part about the Suboxone system in prison is it should be impossible for a person to be coming from the county, you feel me, for at least a week, if he had a detox for at least a week. But mind you, we're not talking about the years people been there. We're just saying, even if you say 1 week, why when that person come to prison, you putting them on something that makes him feel like he on dope, but he not really on dope. So now you just doing nothing but giving him another high. So now anybody could get on the Suboxone line. So you have people that's 18 years old coming down, and they just saying like, yeah, I do dope, and I could just get on the Suboxone line. So everybody, the whole jail is getting Suboxone. That's the biggest movement in prison.
Everybody zombie land out.
Everybody's zombie land. Suboxone has its own movement. Suboxone out. The whole jail, they gotta do it unit by unit. So many people. Everybody gets Suboxone.
I guess, what is that? The coping There's like a coping mechanism, like a way to cope with it, or
I guess it's just getting high. Because you know, out here, people get high every day, you feel me?
Right.
And also, I think that, I'm gonna say, on the jails we have, I think it keeps people spaced out.
Right.
Whereas though, like, they don't really have to worry about people fighting and all of that because they high.
Right.
You feel me?
Right. So, tell me about, like, now it's getting close to you coming home. Say your last year, what's your mentality? Or at what point did you get it together? Like, man, this shit for the birds.
My last, I think it might have been, I'm gonna say like 3.5 years. Is when I first went to Northern, because I came from Northern, from Yardville. I got into a fight, so when I went to lockup, they shipped me from Bordentown straight to Northern State.
Right.
So when I get to Northern State, the person that they put me in the room with was an older guy named V1. He had 28 years in on a 30 to life sentence. You feel me? So, he was already like a changed person, I'm gonna say. And he was kind of like focused, you know, on like reading. He's like a math geek. You feel me? He heavy on math. But he's heavy into, you know, just learning and just, you know, like appreciating life type. So as time go on, we kind of like came like, you know, mad cool. And one day just like, yo, I'm gonna sign you up for school. You feel me? To get a GED.
Right.
But I'm in my head like, man, fuck the GED. You feel me? Because I'm looking at it like I'm about to pop out from out there, all these bids, this, and that. You feel me? Like the people that's younger than me, they look up to me. You feel me? So I already know that. And what in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna have the hood jumping. You feel me?
Right.
We about to run it up because you know in prison you meet so many people. You feel me? And it's crazy. Prison is like a networking opportunity amongst criminals. You feel me?
Yes,
so meeting so many people, I looked at it like, damn, I'm about to go home, about to have the hood jumping, low numbers and all of that. You feel me? But which as I started to learn, I realized I just be destroying the community more than helping, you feel me?
Right,
Even if it's like putting money in people's pocket, it's like I'm still kind of like destroying the community, you feel me? And yeah, so I started to go to school, and then I ain't even like no bullshit. Like I said, I used to want to like every day when it's time to go to school, I didn't want to go to school.
Right.
You feel me? But at the end of the day, I just didn't want to let my bro down. You feel me? I didn't want him to come in the room and be like, damn, bro. So that was like, sad to say, like that was my motivation of getting up every day. You feel me?
Not to let somebody else down.
Not to let somebody else down.
But it's helping you in turn.
Yeah. So, and that's kind of like my motivation right now, still to this day. Is I don't want to let my father down. So that's why I don't really get into no nonsense. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah, so once I got my GED, I don't even know, he was more happy than me, you feel me? Like, I guess from an older black man seeing a younger black man, I was just like, oh, alright. He went to the ODR, because he used to have a little pool, so he went to go get some ice cream. He excited, you feel me?
Yeah.
But I wound up like brushing it off, whatever, but he put a little bit of excitement in me. And then he just like, yo, I'm gonna sign you up for college. I'm like, oh, nah, fuck college, bro. I'm cool off that, you feel me? Yeah.
Right.
So, and it's so real because we had graduation in the prison too, and I didn't invite nobody. Because I didn't really care, you feel me? Like for high school, like I didn't invite my mother, nothing, I didn't care. Right. So I just left it alone. But then when it was time to go to college, it was like, when I started to go to college, I ain't really want to do that either, you feel me?
Right.
But I don't know. It just like all the old heads started like taking like a liking to me. You feel me?
Okay.
I guess all the older men, they seen something in me. So I just was going to college with them. I'm feeling like I'm cool. You feel me? But the people that is looking up to me or in jail and they might respect me, they seen it and they like, oh, yo, how you get in college? Yeah. You feel me? Right. So now it's like I started to create a wave. It's crazy. I created a wave of men going to college. Right. Like no exaggeration. I probably put at least, I'm gonna say the lowest number is at least 15 people, bro. I put at least like 15 people
that followed your lead.
Yeah, at least 15 minimum.
Right.
In the prison, because I was a person that worked for the school, so every day I'm moving. I had a little pool, so every day I'm moving, and it's like everybody see me. I'm walking with my books all day. You feel me? But when you go to do your research and you asking about me, people is gonna tell you like, oh damn, bro was shaking shit. You feel me? Always in lockup, this, that. Yeah. But then they see me, they like this. He always got the books. He always in college. Yeah. They don't never know that I'm really like that. So now when they hear that side, they get intrigued. And you know, it's like the people that's from the hood. That's what really intrigued them, the shootings and fighting and all that. Right. So when they have conversations with me, and I used to work out a lot too. For me, I'm always working out in the yard. So now when I have conversations with them, I'm always like this. Hey, what's up, bro? You want to sign you up for school? Like I stopped having criminal conversations. I stopped talking negative, you feel me? And
doing what the old timer did to you.
Yeah, every time I see you, what's up, bro? You trying to go to school? I'm holler at you in the way, bro. Right. You feel me? But they know it's all love. They can come to me, your car, get something to eat or whatever. They know I'm gonna give it to them. And I'll sit there and talk to you for a long time. You wanna talk to me about your girl? I'll let you talk to me, you feel me?
Right.
And that's it. And then I started to realize that the younger black men, a lot of our motivation be the women. So in jail, you can not create websites, but you could sign up for websites that's like to get pen pals. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So by me having this, like being able to articulate myself a certain way and being in college, the certain women that was attracted to me, they was fire. You feel me? So now when I'm showing the bros the tablet, I'm like, oh yeah, look, feel me? This is that college get you. Feel me? The women want somebody that's smart. You feel me? They want somebody that's in all lanes. Right. So you kind of motivate them off that too. You feel me? Right. And that's just how I was able to get them.
Okay. Congrats. How much college you did?
I graduated after this semester, my associate's degree.
Congratulations, beloved. Congratulations.
I should graduate in May.
And that's something to be proud of again, 15 to 20 something consecutive, like outside of, like you said, 10, 20, 50. You probably weren't even home 6 months all together.
Yeah, awesome. Facts.
In between from 15 to now, right?
Facts.
And you've been home, you said 7 months now.
7 months now.
So that's definitely an accomplishment. Now, coming home, because I know we got other things to talk about. So when you come home, who's there to greet you?
Oh, my mother picked me up from the prison.
Okay.
But then I think we went and got something to eat.
Right.
I was in parole, waiting there for like 4 hours too, 5 hours. But then after that, I went with my father.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I only got my hair done, you know, all the right clothes on.
Right.
But I was able to come home to, you know, my own apartment.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I had the clothes I needed.
Right.
Yeah, so I came home to whatever I needed.
The necessities, right? Yeah. Okay. So recently, within the last few months, now for me, I saw you do it first. The drop the flag challenge, right? Drop the flag. I seen you do it first, and I've seen what's
Hocus?
I seen Hocus get, but you were before Hocus, correct?
Okay.
Or it's around the same time, or
when I first kind of looked at it, right, and it's crazy because I forgot how I even seen it though.
Right.
Matter of fact, I think one of the bros sent it to me. The bro that went to your interview.
Yeah. Oh, Hat.
Yeah. So that's how I initially seen
Shout
it.
Hard Hat, man.
Yeah, bro, that's my boy. And so I initially seen it from bro.
Uh-huh.
So now when I went, it's crazy because I went and looked at the dates and I see that I did it, right?
Yeah.
But the difference is, right, and I'm gonna look at it. The difference is when I dropped my flag, I did it. It was something for me. You feel me?
Right.
It was something to show the people that, because when I was in prison, I used to tell people like, yeah, you know, at the end of the day, the homies is the homies. You feel me? But I don't want to meet nobody. You feel me? I just feel like if you real right, you'll get introduced from somebody that's real right.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped just like saying I was murdered and all of that.
Right.
So when I did it, it was just like to kind of just get away from all of that period, but to also show people that you can do that.
Right.
Because you have a lot of people that be like, yeah, I don't be with that no more. I ain't doing that. You feel me? But they don't never fully like, nah, I'm cool off that. You feel me? Like, get that out of here.
Right.
And that's where I was at with it. I was like, man, get that out of here. So it was for me, but it was also for my bros to see that that's possible. You feel me? Now, when Hocus did it, he more so created a wave. You feel me?
Yeah.
It was more so like, yo, look, this is what we doing. You feel me? We're going to do this as a community. We're going to come together collectively.
Right.
And that's why I said he did it as a community. I just did it as myself.
Personal, right.
But all in reality, I'm still a part of that community.
Right.
And that's why I don't go based on who did it first, because at the end of the day, I realize the mission is the mission.
The mission is the mission.
So no matter who take notoriety or whatever, none of that matters. You feel me? The goal is to get as many people to drop their flag as possible.
Right. You had kind of a viral moment because I saw him big you up. I saw a son from New Orleans.
So D1.
D1.
Yeah,
I seen him big you
That's
up.
my bro.
And y'all had like a little, what was it, Instagram? Y'all was on
Yeah, I was on Instagram, yeah.
Right. So you kind of had a viral moment and everything. What made you like want to like just kind of step away?
I actually, and it's crazy because I seen D1, he was in Irriton.
Okay.
That's how I met him.
That's how you met him.
One of my bros sent me his flyer, told me to go over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I went over there, you feel me? That's how we met. We had the conversation. And from there, we locked in, you feel me? I can handle whatever and get into whatever, you feel me? Even Hocus too, I could hit, bro. Hocus actually asked me to come out to New York and talk to some schools with him.
Okay.
But being I'm on parole, I can't leave the state.
You can't leave
You
the
feel
state
me?
right now.
So it's always,
Shout out to Hocus for a fact too, man.
It's so much I could do, but it's like, I don't know, I don't know, like I started doing like my own little thing for like on my Instagram, like where I make little videos.
Yeah.
But then I got to the point of I don't want to just keep hearing myself talk. Like I don't want to be like, I don't want to just keep coming like I'm preaching. You feel me?
Right.
And that's why I said I'm waiting to start my own podcast. So now I can have the people that's from the trenches have conversations with me. You feel me? I don't want to just keep talking all day. I'm not no real dude. It's hard for me coming from the streets to just keep being on camera. I feel weird. You feel me? But to have a conversation is different.
Right.
To just be in the camera by yourself, like, stop doing this. And I don't want to do that. I want to provide y'all with a message and something y'all can get an understanding from of a long period of two real right men speaking. You feel me? Or rather, I have women or whatever. I want y'all to get knowledge out of it, motivation. I don't want to just keep telling y'all stuff. You feel me? And that's why I stopped this. I kind of just fell back, but I'm definitely got a lot of things cooking up.
Okay. Anything you want to speak on, or you just gonna keep it low until?
No, I'm saying I definitely got the podcast coming soon.
Right.
Got the podcast coming soon. Drop a clothing brand soon too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of things. I'm trying to get into some acting. You feel me? It's a lot of things. You feel me? But the whole start of everything is I gotta get my money up. You feel me?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I have responsibilities that has to get handled first. You feel me?
Right.
So once that gets handled and I'm able to put up enough money, it's when I start the podcast, and then when I start doing this, and when I start doing that.
Yeah, like when we follow each other, whatever. But when I see you, it was always something positive, right? Like I noticed that it was always something positive, and that's dope because some people come home and again you're still fairly young, so you could have still came home on some bullshit, right? In a nutshell, you could have came home on some bullshit, and like I told, I tell the dudes younger, when y'all come home and y'all stand on business, y'all are what's needed because y'all are at that age where like, I feel like you can be the liaison in between the youth and the older ones, right? You the gap, you the bridge, for somebody maybe a little older to come talk to them, but they'll gravitate to you more because you're closer to that age and you can tell them like, listen, I've been through this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a fact. But and it's crazy too, just to say, and it's a lot of older men that I don't even, you feel me? That don't even come and try to build them connections or kind of do that, you feel me? But I do got my brother, the councilman in Irvington, Voss, that's my brother.
Okay.
Do it all. My brother too.
Okay.
Pop. They're my bros, you feel me?
Right.
So and they always reach their hand out. But for me, somehow I try to stay more in my city. I come out, you feel me, so love, but I want to bring, I want to build relationships with the people in my city.
Yeah.
I already have, when it comes to the community of my city, I already have a relationship. I feel like we have a good understanding of everybody in my city.
Right.
You feel me? Like whether it's people we was beefing with when we was younger or whatever, all of that before I came home, nobody has not been shot in Jersey City probably within like a year. No shootings.
I interviewed Day One a few weeks ago. That'll be dropping soon. And he said the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like y'all numbers been low.
Yeah.
But that's also y'all being outside. Y'all can't stop every violent crime, but you can tell when y'all making a difference.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's the whole thing. And that's why I say like it's like, all right, we doing great. And I also have one of my bros too. His name is Macho.
Okay.
He's also with the peace treaty. You feel me? So it's like it's a lot of peace going on in the city. Period. Everywhere. And then every block is on peacetime. You feel me? And I ain't gonna say every single person, but a lot of the majority. You feel me? Because everybody understand like nobody ain't got time to be doing no life in jail. You feel me? Nobody ain't got time to be dying out here. So it's like, and that's why when I preach peace. I'm specifically speaking on, okay, we could always feel some type of way about each other, but when we see each other, it's like, all right, go your way, I go my way, you feel me?
You ain't gotta hug and kumbaya, but let's just keep it, right? Let's keep it neutral.
And that's what I say. So for me, it's like, I want to be more so like in my city for me because the community love me. Like if you look at my followers, I got people from every area that follows me, you feel me?
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to be on.
So how hard is it to like again, me and Day One had a conversation, and his interview will drop before yours, right?
Okay.
So we were building upon like sometimes that young boy or that boy, he might not be ready for peace, right? Like because something happened to somebody in his family. How hard is it for you to see somebody that might have did something wrong to you, pardon me, or vice versa, or they see you or whatever, for y'all to kind of just, you know what I'm saying?
I definitely get what you're saying. So I look at it like this for me, right? So how I approach the situation is, I feel like you have to make it make sense when you're trying to tell them something, right?
Right.
And I wouldn't advise people like just because things is peace. I wouldn't be like, just go over there.
Just go, right.
I always still move like you was beefing, you feel me?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like, what's the bigger picture than me not beefing? So now you push the narrative of get money.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So how you decide to get money, I don't know, you feel me? But get money.
Right.
So once a person starts to get money or whatever, they put a few dollars in their pocket,
Right.
they see that the responsibilities that comes with getting money. So you might be helping your mother out with bills. You see how happy that made her. You might have bought your girl a pair of sneakers. You might have bought your son a pair of sneakers. So now when you start seeing things that you're doing as a grown man that's making the people around you happy,
Yeah.
you kind of, I ain't gonna say you take the step back from doing shooters or whatever, but you do step back and you like, damn, so by the time that when it comes time for that, you like, I ain't even gonna hold you because you know what you got to lose.
Yeah.
So that's why you can't push the same message to everybody. You can't just say, yo, no, we peace, because to people, peace don't make sense.
Right.
So now besides peace, what makes sense to everybody? Money.
Right.
We gotta live. You wanna be fly, you feel me? Get money.
Get money. Stay out the way.
Stay out the way. Get money, stay out the way.
Right. Right.
And that's crazy. I realized that too because I went to a boat ride in my city, you feel me? I was invited out, like I said, by my cousin Macho.
Yeah.
And one of the party promoters, my son Top League.
Right.
So when I get there, I didn't know that who was gonna be there, you feel me? But when I get there, there's so many people in there, I'm just enjoying myself, right? But so many people is coming up to me, shaking my hand, and telling me they respect me, you feel me? The women is telling me they respect me. And then somebody said to me, like, yo, you in here with us right now, and it's crazy, you know, our hood's beefing, but I salute what you doing, you feel me? Like, I'm on what you on.
Right. Right.
Mind you, I still don't remember, still don't know who nobody is. But when I go home, right, on Instagram, I see so many people follow me, right? I start looking, they all from the blocks that I was once beefing with. I'm gonna say me, you feel me? That I was once beefing with. So when I look at their names, I'm like, oh, that's such and such. I heard their names, but never was able to put a face to them. So now when I'm seeing them, I'm like, oh, I was in there with them.
Right.
Oh, why? They came up to me shaking my hand. Oh, why? I know what's best for the community, you feel me? And they know that, you feel me? Because they also know that I could get like that, but when they seeing me push this message, it's like, damn, if he's saying that, you feel me? It makes sense. So me seeing all the people follow me, I was like, whoa, alright.
Yeah. Because it takes strength to be peaceful, right? It takes a lot of strength to be peaceful. And with peace comes war, but y'all had the war already. Y'all was warring already. So now it is time for peace. And like, let's be real. I know you can count endless people you lost to the streets or to the prison system who fucking may never come home. Right? Like when you hear some of these numbers, like you said, you met a motherfucker 28 in on a what, 30 to life? Was saying you gonna do 30 years.
Yeah.
But when we let you out, we don't know.
Yeah. And it's crazy. And I say that, remember I was telling you I got a brother that's 32.
Yeah.
For me, he was in trial. He was in the feds, he just went to trial. They gave him 2 life sentences.
With the feds.
And then I also have my little brother who I just told you was 26.
Yeah.
He's in the feds. He just copped out to 25 years.
And they do it with months. And like with the feds, like I interview Akbar Prey. Shout out Akbar Prey. And we was talking about the life, right? And he said with a lot of people in some places, his life sentence was different because some people they get life, right? But they have a chance to come home.
Back.
There's a hope and a possibility, right?
It's always gonna be that hope. Yeah, that's
but
right.
he said for him, every day he was behind the wall, took him closer to the grave.
Oh yeah, that's deep.
Right? He said every day took him to the grave, like, oh, I got a chance, but I don't share that same joy because my shit say ever, no possibility. Shout to the attorney that got him out, Isaac Wright, the one 50 Cent did the show on ABC about for life. Yeah, he the one that actually got him home.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to him.
Everything, yeah. Shout to Isaac Wright too, man. And I asked him like, yo, how you meet him and everything. We chopped it up for a few about that. So again, I appreciate Akbar Prey for coming through and, you know, doing the interview with me and everything, man. And not like I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that come and take time out of their day and you know, just getting off of work and coming to, to have this conversation with me, man, is definitely appreciated. Because y'all are needed, right, in the streets, with these young kids and giving them a message or showing them, like for me, doing this was, you might go through hell, right? But you can come out right. You might go through hell.
Yeah.
But you can come out right.
And I think, and it's crazy for me to get here. It's like I really had to go through like, and it's sad to say, it's like really going through like some mental,
right?
Some mental like episodes. You feel me? Like I used to be in a room just tripping. You feel me? So it's like, say you gotta clock out to come back. You feel me?
Come back.
You gotta get to the phase of when you start saying, I don't give a fuck about nobody like that. Fuck all of them. And then it's like when you start thinking about yourself, because we never think about ourselves. You feel me?
Right.
So everything that we damn near be doing don't never be for us. It be for the cause of the hood. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Everything from the start when we out there getting right. You feel me? Bro done fighting some bullshit. Bro was acting tough because we 20 deep today. You feel me? Now we getting right because we all from the same hood.
You don't want nobody disrespecting you.
Yeah. So now it's like
respect is a big thing.
Yeah.
We know that, right?
So you lose friends, you lose good friends that you grew up with because I'm from this hood. So everything you was doing, it was for the hood.
Right.
You feel me? You put the hood before everything. Yeah. You get in an argument with your mother, she kick you out, whatever, you going to the hood. Mm-hmm. You feel me? You mad or whatever, you going straight to the hood. You get jumped, you ain't gonna tell your mother, you going straight to the hood. You get robbed, straight to the hood. Everything is for the hood.
Now let me ask you, speaking of that, like, now coming up and you said like, people you can't even talk to no more because y'all on different sides now. Like somebody you came up with, or y'all went to the same school or whatever the case may be. Now y'all ain't even fly no more.
And that's deep. And it's sad that, right? And it's crazy, I'm gonna say, it's a guy from a different hood. He was like the other side. But this is so much of my bro, right? And it's crazy when I seen him, he's somebody in his hood, you feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say I'm somebody in my hood, you feel me?
Right.
So when we ran across each other, we automatically start smiling at each other. That's how you know it's somebody really your man, when we smiling at each other. But the conversation was still had to have with though, it's like, bro, we gotta get right though, you feel me? Because it's impossible for me and you to run across each other and nothing happen. But this really my bro, like I really love this man, but it's like, this is my hood though, you feel me? So now I see we smiling at each other, but it's like, damn, we gotta fight though, bro. Yeah. Because we can't walk past each other.
Yeah, right. It's crazy, man. The mentality we have when we young, right? That when you get older and you think about it, it's like, yo, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, I really was on that. But again, sometimes we gotta go through hell to come out right? So the important things to make, like me, I salute anybody made it out with their marbles intact and their name clean and no smut on their name.
Mm-hmm.
Right? How many motherfuckers went in solid, came out with dirt on smut on their name, gave up most, told on niggas, told on your mans, told on your brother, told on whoever, took the stand, you supposed to be a solid, bro, whatever.
It is so deep. I said one of my bros right now, he's gonna he on trial for a triple homicide, right? Mm-hmm. And I was up there every day, right? And it's crazy. And that's how I say, like, even I'm gonna say the government and all of that. I'm going into his trial, I'm sitting in the back, right? They pulling me up on the scene on TV, right? They got detectives pointing me out. They doing his trial, but they speaking about me in his trial. Do you see Khalil Holmes in here? I'm in the back crowd. Yeah, the guy in there with all black dreads on, right? Then they brought up my picture of me in jail saying, oh, this is who he run with. He just was released from a murder charge. So everything they doing is sad though. Like they not saying nothing positive about what I'm doing.
Right.
You feel me?
Of course not.
So being at that trial every day though, I watch one of my close mans too, and it's crazy, right? He signed a cooperation agreement maybe like I'm gonna say four weeks ago, right? And he initially got locked up for the RICO, but he copped out to 60 months, right? For like 100 grams of fentanyl. He was cool with that.
That's it?
Yeah, so look, he was cool with that. So somebody else from my hood took the stand, right, on my brother and them. My brother got 2 life sentences. Somebody took the stand on him. So now when that guy took the stand, he mentioned the dude name that had the fentanyl. You feel me? So now when he mentioned his name on that murder charge, they went back and charged the dude that only had the fentanyl crime, the drug crime. They charged him with the murder too. So now when they charged him with the murder, right? His offer was like 30. So now what he did was he went and he just lied on my bro on stand right now. You feel my bro that's on trial right now. He get up there and he on the stand now. And I'm looking, I'm like, damn, but it's crazy because, and the prosecutor said to him, oh, you could, I mean, my man, defense attorney said, oh, you could have did that 60 months on your feet. He's like, yeah. They said, oh, you couldn't do that life bid though. He said, no.
He went from 60 months to 360 months.
Yeah. And then another person went and took a stand right from the hood. I ain't gonna say from the hood, but I'm gonna say from the hood.
Right.
Bro, and the defense attorney asked him, they said the government paid you $15,000, right? Well, they paid this man $15,000
to take the stand.
Not to take the stand. They paid him $15,000 back in 2020, and he just been out there. They gave him $15,000 because he went to the grand jury and said that my man told him he committed the murder in jail. He told him that he committed the triple homicides in jail.
And he out in the
street
chilling with
he got locked up for robbery.
Okay.
Yeah, and then his offer was 10 with 85, but they gave him 7 with 85.
Okay.
So now all of this is being put out on the record, and they said, oh, the government paid you $15,000. He said, why they paid me that? He said, to relocate. I said, damn. So now, the more I see, I start to realize there's no win in the streets.
Yeah.
The government paying people $15,000.
The streets is undefeated.
People ain't never seen 15. I never had 15,000.
Right.
You feel me? So if you ain't got no morale, no value to yourself, anybody taking that 15,000, you feel me?
Mm-hmm. The streets is 5,000 and 0.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Streets is 5,000 and 0.
More than that, girl.
More than that,
we all got the same story, just different blocks.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then you think of it like, alright, say the feds come, police come, they swipe the block, they take 20 motherfuckers. Another 20 gonna be out there in a couple days. Doing the exact same shit.
They did my hood 3 times though.
3 times. Sweet. Man, and I mean, listen. My thing be, you can't tell nobody what to do, right? You can only tell them, and again, this is the reason me doing this, showing people, like having real stories like you, telling real accounts of life. But you play in the streets, you gonna get hit.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason sidewalks is made because the streets ain't for everybody. So if you gonna play in the street, know what come with playing in the street though.
You know what's crazy though, and it's crazy. People always say that, right? And we can't even look at it like there's no one come with the streets. And I say it because it's like the streets is a part of just living in that community. Yeah. So it ain't like you really could duck it because you might naturally grow up, right, and want to be like a different kind of dude, right? Yeah. But your mother will beat it into you, or your father will beat it into you. Somebody come home, yo, mom ain't messing with me around the corner. Mm-hmm. She gonna make you go out there and just go out there and fight them.
Yeah.
So now what you realize is in this community, the only way to survive is with violence. So in order to get respect is with violence. So everything keeps coming with violence.
I agree.
So it's kind of hard to get to the point where it goes like, all right, now somebody might be laughing about your shoes or something. Right. Y'all might go somewhere and take somebody else's shoes. Yeah, you get your first robbery charge. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of caught up in that mix. You come back home. Now you got that hype. Oh shit, bro, back. You feel me? So now you living into that. It's like you was forced into that life. You feel me?
Right.
So it's kind of hard because we be kids when we do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ain't like somebody 20s coming outside one day.
You don't know no better, right? You know a little better, but it's been proven, psychologically proven, that a kid, there's no difference in the mentality of a kid from 12 to maybe 50.
I thought it was 25.
25
now? 25.
Because I know they said it was something like 12 to maybe 19, 20.
So your brain not fully developed.
It's not until you're 25.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Right. So you're making judgments and mistakes. And then again, if you had young parents, right? You got some kids, 15, their mothers and fathers just 30.
Yeah.
Or 31.
That's a fact.
Right? 32. To where, like, I know I had my first son at 20. Right? So it's like you're still learning as you go along, right? And there's some things, and you got some people who just don't get out of it.
Because you And it's crazy, and it's crazy. All of this hood stuff, bro. It's like sad to say. We like a cult, right?
Yeah.
But all of these things is rituals.
Ritual.
You gotta grow up. You gotta play knockout. You feel me? Mandatory. We go. Yo, let's go. I bet you can't knock him out.
Right.
Y'all go in there. Y'all knocking people out. Then y'all going somewhere 10 deep. Y'all robbing somebody. Then y'all going somewhere. Y'all taking people bikes. These are all mandatory things to do.
Yeah,
Oh, yo, you better see boys in the hood. Yo, you ain't never see boys in the hood. You ain't never see South Central. Oh, you ain't from the hood. So we got mandatory movies, mandatory music artists, mandatory way of dressing. Everything we do, it's like a ritual. We all dress the same. We put our hair the same. You feel me?
Right.
Everything is the same. We eat the same food. Imagine you younger, right? You go somewhere, you go eat Indian food. Niggas like, man, you in the way.
Oh, right.
So it's like rituals is a cult.
Think on that point, you're absolutely right. Cause I remember like maybe 3 years ago, this kid named Dada. Shout Dada too, that's my guy. We having a conversation. He said he never saw The Wire.
Oh, you probably got like he was crazy.
What? I'm like, Dada, we can't talk no more. This conversation is done until you watch The Wire. He was like, yeah, I don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, you probably the only person I've met who've never seen The Wire, but for me, with certain things, I'm the same way. And I'm like, yo, I never watched that. Like, I've never seen no John Wicks. People look at me.
Yeah, I never seen them. I was in jail to keep coming on, so I wanted to watch it in there.
So I'm like, yo, I'm not a Keanu Reeves fan, right? So I'm like, but I don't, like certain things when you hear about it just don't do nothing, right? It just don't do nothing for you. You just like, okay. But again, in that term, you're absolutely right, because shit you do, some shit is mandatory. Right? I remember like for us coming up, and pardon me for anybody, but after you finger popping a girl, smelling your finger type, or putting your finger on your man face.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's
like we getting it.
Then you gotta let them know,
So you go in that sense, you're
because it's weird to be. I ain't going, and it's you weird if you a virgin at a certain age.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what I say. It's crazy because I lost my virginity at 13,
right?
But by being forced by my older brother, I was scared. You're like, man, go in there. I'm scared to death. You feel me? But it's like you gonna get clowned if you don't get it. You feel me? But then when you finally get it, you coming out like, yeah. Right. Now you telling everybody else, you ain't never did that.
I got a similar. I wasn't scared. I was a little nervous, but I got a similar story like that with three of my older cousins, who shall remain nameless. They was about 3 years older than me, right? So they shall remain nameless. I'm very young, also.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, stupid. I'll tell you off air what they said to me and everything, but you know, so how do we combat that though?
I think that just depends on how you. I think right now for the hood, when it comes to losing virginity, I think
I'm talking about just the rituals, like everything
that's
that
how
you
you raise
said.
your kid. I don't know, and that's deep because that's a whole community. And I had an idea, right? I'm gonna say this because I would want somebody to steal it. They could put it together, right? I wanted to come up with some form of like free daycares, right?
Okay.
While the parent is at work, right? But you have to show like mandatory, like your time card. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I work them hours, right?
You,
But it's mandatory to come to a class on Saturday for an hour or two. You feel me?
Right.
So now when you have conversations and you just break down certain things about kids, you feel me? You kind of just get them like the intellect on like the same thing I'm saying about these rituals.
Right.
And this is why every kid grow up this way. You feel me?
Right.
And probably give them the resources on what could kind of steer their kid in a different way. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's it right there. Parenting classes.
Yeah. I think also what we're missing too is the and it's so cliche, the unity of community, right? And it's so a cliche word or whatever.
Damn, I ain't even never think of that. Huh?
Right? But again, for me growing up, I've always told this story about all the elders knew everybody, right? So I remember one time being 12, 13, I'm around the corner cursing just to be cursing, right? Because you're not around your house, so words that don't even go together.
Yeah.
You just pallet them on 6, 7 words at a time. And I remember this older lady. She was like, "Hey, watch your mouth. You don't know me. You Liz's grandson, right?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you check, yeah.
As soon as I get around the corner, my grandmother on the porch. "Oh, you around the corner, you like cursing, huh?" Like and it was that somebody else could, like, "Yo, take your ass around the corner, go home, get out the street, whatever." That's a part missing too, because nobody wants anybody to say anything to their children, right? Like if your kid around the corner or my kid around the corner fucking up, and you know my kid and you know me, you should be able to be like, "Yo, get out the street before I tell your father."
Yeah. No, it's a fact.
Right? That should so.
See, now it's different though, because you got the social media. So now it's crazy because when I be scrolling, right, sometimes I always come across kids, they be up there cursing or throwing up gang signs, and I see it going viral, right? And I see people you might have people in the similar gangs, they saluting them, but this kid might be like 7 years old, right? I always find my way to comment under it like, "You goofy."
Yeah.
But when I'm trying to put that I'm goofy, Instagram is telling me this is a disrespectful comment.
Yeah.
You feel me? So now I can't even say what I want.
Guidelines, restriction guidelines, right?
So now today I just seen this little kid throwing up something, right? And I just put Child Protective Services need to get involved. Cause y'all in the way.
Yeah.
And this, people have to start, like people get mad, "Oh, this person called Child Protective Services." Bro, you in the way. Right? So now when people start seeing their kids getting taken, people gonna start straightening up, you feel me? And it's sad that some people have to be the example. But also I understand that there has to be a few, I don't even want to say sacrifices, but there has to be a few examples for things to get in order, you feel me? Because there's no structure. People don't see the consequences of their actions.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
So now when they start to become aware of these actions, they start to move in a different way because they want to avoid them consequences.
Hell yeah, because you're right. I've seen so much. The one kid, they painted his face with tattoos, and that shit is not cute. The little girl dancing, knowing all these songs. Like the little girl a couple years ago, that new Sexy Red song.
Yeah.
That shit is not cute, but it's cute, right? Until you in public and you're embarrassed. Your son, shut the fuck up and you get.
But see, and that's why I say the parents is the ones that's teaching the kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why it's sad and it's like, damn, but they expect them when they go to school, they doing the same thing. And you tell them they're embarrassing you in school. No, they're not embarrassing you, they being you in school. They're doing exactly what you taught them or showed them,
Right.
So that's where people go wrong at.
And I know for me, having kids made me kind of curb my cursing. I still think I curse a little too much at times, right? But it's been like time, my daughter, I'm like, "Yo, motherfucker." And she like, "Daddy, motherfucker." I'm like, "Oh shit." Like, you don't say that that's a bad word, but if you're hearing this all day, every day, or you're seeing this all day, every day, what do you expect, right?
It's part of the language, yeah.
Absolutely. So we definitely, I agree, we definitely have to teach our kids better, and that shit is not cute. Little girls should be little girls, right? Little boys should be little boys. It shouldn't be, "Oh, they doing something, a 19, 20, 22-year-old. We shouldn't do that.
But people think that's cool when their little daughter get a boyfriend, or she was over there hugging this little boy, they're like, that's my son right there. But all in your eyes, like, "Bro, what are you doing?"
What are you doing? You're okay in this shit. And then when they're pregnant at 14, 15,
you upset, you
mad, but you look at my little son-in-law, my daughter.
Yeah.
Right?
That's out of pocket.
Yeah, man. So we gotta, it is a lot, man. And again, I appreciate you taking your Saturday, man, to come sit with me. And again, I asked everybody this question, and I know I asked it to you previously, but what would you now tell your younger self that started getting in trouble?
When I tell my younger self that started getting in trouble, like
I've had people say nothing.
Yeah, because I think it was really hard to tell me something, you feel me?
Right.
Because of, like I said, once again, how I grew up.
Right.
So it ain't really much for you to tell me, like, and that's why I said I always respected my father, always respected my mother. So they could tell me something at that moment, I'm going to listen. Once I'm out of their presence, I'm back to who I am, you feel me?
Yeah, the only thing they can hope is that you listen, even if it doesn't play a part right then at that time. Because I know, like, my pops used to tell me shit, and that shit might have not, but I heard his voice 3 years later.
That's how I am. My father always tell me something, and then I go to jail, and I be sitting there like, whoa.
Right.
My pop said that to me, you feel me?
Right.
Like I said, we just gotta, show the kids something different from,
I agree.
like at a younger age, you feel
agree.
me? It's like, damn near, for me being this way, so positive, right? When I have a lot of my youth that look at me for a certain way, you feel me? A lot of them, like from my area, they didn't like it, you feel me? Right. But these, and it's crazy because I really love them though, you feel me? Right. Ones that's younger than me, but it's like, how they looking at it, it's like, dang, all they know is the street. So now when you thinking that you got your bro coming home, he about to be out here, you feel me? And I did the total opposite. Right. It threw them off, you feel me? So in some younger minds, they could feel like I betrayed them, you feel me? So now that's why I say hopefully that, like throughout time, that's like sometimes I might come through, I'll speak to them. And my whole goal is, I'm going to be there for them, you feel me? And even the ones that go to prison right now, I had one of my bros legitimately argue me for something I did. He mad, he on Instagram going off, right? I wasn't responding. Right. But 2 months later, 3 months later, me having conversations with him, he got exactly what I was saying. Right. And from there, he became positive. Right. Okay. And it was crazy for that to happen.
Okay, for sure. Before again, what, like, any last words, anything? I know, like, you got a couple things going on. You said you're trying to do a podcast, acting. What do you want your last words?
Look out for the podcast coming soon. That should be here next year, early 2026. Clothing line coming soon, beginning of 2026. Right. Graduation from college coming soon, 2026.
Congratulations.
But, like I'm gonna just say, stay focused. Stay patient, you feel me? Right. And, love yourself, you feel me? Don't get caught up out here, catch a life bid, and you trying to figure out how to get back, you feel me? While you out here right now, focus on how to stay out here and run up $1 million, you feel me? Because like I say, it's quadrillions of dollars in this world, so $1 million is probably less than 1% of that. And you worth that, go get that.
So again, man, I appreciate it. My damn merch didn't come, but I got a shirt for you. Definitely, I have it for you like one day next week, and we could coordinate for you to get it. I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks to my sponsor, Alpha Maui. Thanks to the Indigo here, 810 Broad Street, for letting me shoot here. If you know anybody that want to tell their story, and it's, for you also, if you know anybody that want to tell their story, long as you don't got no sex crimes and you ain't tell on nobody, we can sit down and have a conversation. Other than that, this platform is not for you. Again, shout to my sponsor, Alpha Maui. Shout to the Indigo residents here, downtown Newark, we film out of. And I'll see y'all next episode. Peace.